Start it off, buddy, if you want.
Great game tonight, by the way.
Thank you.
You had a tough one last night. What changes did you make in order to win this game tonight?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I thought that, as I said on the air just a few minutes ago, I thought that when you're a young team like we are, and you're struggling a little bit with trying to put the puck in the net, sometimes you have a tendency to overcomplicate things, or to complicate them, and try to make plays that you're hoping might be there, pass the puck a little bit too often, and after watching our game last night, late into the night and early morning, and seeing us play, there was no question in our mind that we had to simplify our game. So what we did was we just basically set two game objectives that we wanted to do. One from an offensive standpoint, one from a defensive standpoint, to really try to simplify the game for our team. And that's all we were concentrating on, and what we wanted them to concentrate on throughout the entire game. And we hit both objectives for the most part, and I think it really helped our forwards. I think it helped our defensemen, and certainly, when we had breakdowns, Adam Murray was terrific.
Drew's obviously been a stalwart player for you all season long, and again tonight he comes up with a big goal within 30 seconds or 40 seconds after Tech takes the lead. Talk a little bit about the importance of his play to your team right now.
Well, there's no question that if there's one area of our game that I would like to be able to figure out a solution, it's that ability to be able to score the first goal of the game. I would have to say, and I don't know what our statistics are, but I would have to say that probably majority of our games this year, we have allowed our opponent to score the first goal of the game. But in a majority of games, we've been able to fight back like we did tonight, and certainly Drew's goal got us going, and that's been kind of a sign of our team last night. I thought last night was one of those rare games where we just couldn't find a way to get back in the game. But I think that obviously complicating the game for ourselves, last night was certainly a factor in us not being able to get back into it, and making it simpler tonight, I think, certainly helped us.
Does Adam Murray's play tonight open the competition back up for that Friday opening job?
You know what? When Adam's been healthy, there has been competition every week. Again, when he's been healthy. So I don't know if I wouldn't say it renews it, because it's been on since he got back from his injury, and since he's been able to get his game back in order once his injury, once he was able to get back from his injury and get back.
So fair to say that you go in practice here this week with the same plans that you have. I mean,
I think so, yeah.
See what happens in practice.
Yep, no question. Yep.
Can you talk a little bit about what the feeling was on the bench after going down 1-0 early tonight?
I don't want to. I mean, it's a while back. It was here we go again. Now it's almost standard for us now. That I mean, it's almost like we should say, okay, folks, before the puck drops, we'll give our opponent the one goal, so we don't have to deal with it, halfway through the first or whenever, and we'll just start the game from a one-goal deficit. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic there, but I think we've gotten past the point of being disappointed or frustrated because we're used to it. It's not that we plan it, but it's either we find a way or our opponent finds a way.
Do you have a sign that the simplification process worked with Mikowski's goal?
Yeah, that was a lot of people have asked me about that goal, if I've ever seen anything like that. And it was funny because Chris Chelios, when he was a Wisconsin Badger, scored an almost identical goal to that in Madison against North Dakota.
Robbie Bina from North Dakota did it against Minnesota a couple years ago too.
I'm sorry, what?
Robbie Bina, yeah.
from North Dakota did it
Oh, did
against
he?
Minnesota a couple
Okay,
years ago too.
Okay. But it's one of those rare things where the way he shot it, he got up in the air, and with the backdrop, he might have lost it. And then it was a short hop, and obviously changed direction. And we're at that point we're defending a 1-goal lead. It's a huge swing. I mean, we get the goal. They can't tie it up. They don't tie it up. And that's a huge swing in our favor, obviously.